Thank you for watching Jared Hood Sports Show. Today, going to talk about the NBA playoffs. Outside, hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully the acoustics are okay. Still working on a microphone. We'll get there. We'll start with the four playing games. So the playing tournament, the 9 and 10 seed are going to play to see who plays the loser of the 7th and 8th seed game, and whoever wins that last game will be the A seed. So hopefully I explained that well enough. I got Charlotte and Indiana playing in the first game of the tournament today. I'm taking Charlotte. Indiana's just not healthy. I like the way that LaMelo Ball has played all year. Terry Rozier, PJ Washington have also been pretty good throughout the season for them. Like I said, the Pacers just haven't been healthy, so they haven't been playing as well. Charlotte's kind of caught on a little bit late to get into this position. So I don't have much on either team. I don't think either team's going to be super consequential. Whoever wins this game, even if they were to figure out a way to move on, they play the Sixers round one, and we'll talk about that then. But so I'm taking Charlotte in this game, though. I think that it's going to be good entertainment. It's a great way to open up the play-in tournament, and it's interesting. So, and I look, not saying Indiana can't win. They haven't been healthy or playing as well lately. That's why I'm taking Charlotte. Like I said, I don't have much on either team there. Boston taking on Washington in the second game, or I think it's Washington going to Boston, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, I'm going to take Washington. Boston has lost, I don't know, I want to say 5 of the last 6 or something like that. Not really good. Where Washington has won 8 of their last 12 or 8 of their last 9 or something like that, or 10 or whatever. So I think I'm going to take Washington because they've been playing well. The last 40 games of the season, they really figured it out. They came together. It was one of those in the beginning of the season, not as well as you hope, I guess, but they figured it out. They built, especially Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook, who broke obviously the triple-double record for career. So, just if they can continue to play the way they did the last 40 games, and Boston is one, they're not healthy, but two, they haven't played well at all late in the season. I would say probably the last 40 games as well if I had to narrow it down. But like I said, they've lost I think 5 of the last 6. So Boston not playing well as of late. Again, not healthy. And then Washington, playing well as of late. That's why I got Washington winning that game, and beating the 7th seed. And then, I guess that would be Charlotte versus Boston. I don't know. Boston, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Charlotte could easily win that. So either way, the winner of that then would play the Sixers. So in the West, to keep going with the playing games before I talk about the NBA playoffs as a whole, it's San Antonio versus Memphis. Memphis has won, I think, 6 of the last 8. They had a pretty tough game against Golden State there at the end to be in this position, and not in the playing game against the Lakers in the 7 and 8 seed playing game. But I mean, John Morant been on his thing lately, obviously. Getting them here, I thought they played really tough down the stretch. Where how many I think San Antonio's lost 10 of their last 12. So, again, keeping with the theme of, that's why I'm going to pick Memphis. They got the hot hand in comparison. It seems like who wants it, who wants to be in this position, and who's going to take advantage of it. And that's why I got Memphis in this one. Not, obviously, any one-off with Popovich coach team or whatever, but come on, they haven't played well at all down the stretch, so that's why I'm taking Memphis. The game everyone's here for, the game that everybody wants to see, the Lakers hosting Golden State. Look, Steph's been a magician over the last, 25 games or whatever. I think they've won 15 in the last 20, something like that. Golden State's been on a tear. Definitely won their last 6, where the Lakers have, I think, won their last 5. Anthony Davis turning it up. LeBron coming back. I thought he played pretty well in the 2 games that he came back. Look, I'm never going to go against Steph in a one-off. I understand that he can always win any one-off game, but he's going to have to pull out 45, 50, right? To me, the Lakers having the two better players, they should be able to win this game. I think in a one-off, one time deal, the Lakers can, especially I just feel like they have better lineups overall. Going further than just the two versus the big one, right? But the big two versus the big one there. But um, look, like I said, Steph could go on. I mean, Steph could go 50, 60 at any moment the way he shoots. So um, I'm taking the Lakers, like I said, because of just them. I think LeBron and AD can do what they do, um, and I think they have more options. So, like if it's not working, look, they have Gasol, they have why is it slipping my mind right now? I'm staring at him right now. Oh, terrible. Montrezl Harrell, and I'm staring at another one. Oh man, it's just killing me right now that I'm forgetting these names like this. But anyway, so I think they have more pieces at the center position, and down low in general. Who can cover LeBron? Who's going to take LeBron? Um, I get it. Steph could go off, but I think AD and LeBron could go off, and I don't know if you have anything for them. So we'll see. We will see. I got the Lakers in that one. I guess that would take Golden State and Memphis. Look, Steph had to score, I think, 40 to beat Memphis, so that would be a good matchup to see who would be the last team in the playoffs between those two. I think the playing games, though, made it interesting down the stretch. I think they're here to stay moving forward. It might make the season shorter. It might be a bargaining chip for the owners and the players to be like, hey, we're going to shorten the season or whatever. And still have this, because I think the teams who are in the playoffs like this week off. I think the teams who are in the playing games also like the couple days off and having their own. They're still got to play theirs, but there's still time. So I think they're here to stay. Now this, I guess we'll talk about more like when we know the matchups. But look, the Sixers seem like they kind of have a not an easy path, but a smooth path, a smoother path. They don't play the Heat, they don't play the Bucks or the Nets before they get to one of those three teams. Um, I mean that's a pretty big win if you're a team in that situation, because I think the Sixers are now going to be able to, no matter who they play, they're going to be healthier, and I think it's going to be a war of attrition for everybody to get to that point. So the Sixers being healthy when they get to the end, to the Eastern Conference playoffs against whoever they are, and then whoever they have to play, and then one of those teams also are going to have to play the Knicks. I think the Knicks can take a chunk out of somebody. So very just to me, the what the Sixers have in comparison to the Nets or the Bucks or even the Heat to get to playing just it's way easier. So and that gives me hope as a Sixers fan that the Sixers are going to be able to pull off a win when they get to the Eastern Conference Finals. We'll talk about all that moving forward. In the West, I mean, I get it. I would love to say the Jazz, but obviously we know they got injuries. I'd love to say, excuse me, the Nuggets, but obviously we know they got injuries. The Suns are a wild card. I don't want to pull the Suns out of this. And the Blazers and the Mavericks are both fun for sure. Like the Blazers and the Mavericks, I think all of us basketball fans, we know they're fun. We like some players on their teams, but at the end of the day, the Lakers and the Clippers probably got the best teams in the West, and something super telling about the Clippers avoiding the Lakers. Excuse me, allergies. Sitting out. Excuse me, sitting out here. Um, but something was very telling about the Clippers avoiding the Lakers on purpose. So, to me, I'm taking the Lakers, and I know I'm a LeBron fan, but it just I think that the overall the more they got more depth, the Lakers have more depth. I think both coaches are pretty good, but just when it comes down to Kawhi and LeBron and Paul George and AD, and then you go further like Schroeder, to me the Lakers are better, and so I'm gonna take the Lakers and the Sixers. Not really my most excited matchup for the finals because got to root against LeBron then with my Sixers, but hopefully that is where we end up. So thank you for watching, Jared Hood.